Hello class, good afternoon. Today's class is going to be really short. Today we are going to see a topic that is called adverbs of frequency. It is something actually very simple, adverbs of frequency. First of all, we're going to start with a very simple definition so we can understand what is this topic about, okay? So over here, pretty much this one, this one, the adverbs of frequency, we can just say that these ones are words that we use to describe how often we do an activity per day, hour, month, or week. Or actually per year. Oh, sorry, one more time. Sorry, per year. So over here, pretty much is telling us the adverbs of frequency, in Spanish are called adverbos de frecuencia, are words that we use to describe, son palabras que utilizamos to describe, para describir how often. How often means qué tan seguido. Qué tan seguido we do an activity. Qué tan seguido hacemos una actividad per day, por día, per hour, per month, per week, or per year. Yeah? So one more time, in simple words, as I was telling you, the adverbs of frequency are words. Yeah? These ones are words. Are words, son palabras that describe how often we do an activity. Yes, es una palabra o son palabras que utilizamos para decir how often, qué tan seguido we do an activity, qué tan seguido hacemos una actividad por día, por mes, por año, whatever. Okay, so as I was telling you, the topic of today is going to be really short. El tema debe estar muy cortito, and I'm just going to tell you which ones are the words. In this case, the first word that we have, or the first adverb of frequency, is called always. Always, and in Spanish means siempre. And if we would like to give an exact and a specific percent for each of it, si le quisiéramos dar como con un porcentaje, pues sería el 100%. Entonces, always means siempre. And over here, the adverbs of frequency are going to be used after the subject. Let me just tell you the structure of it so you can understand. For example, over here we can just say subject and then the adverb frequency, and then a verb. The verb could be with an S or ES. Puede ser con S o S, siempre cuando el subject sea he, she, or it. And then the complement. This one is pretty much the structure. Okay, and now an example, we can just say I always study English on Monday at 2 p.m. There you go. Over here I have the adverb frequency, which is always. Yo siempre estudio inglés on Monday at 2 p.m. Estoy describiendo qué tan seguido hago o no hago una actividad. Okay, over here I'm just saying always, que es siempre, y el always es un adverb of frequency y es el que estoy agregando after the subject. Okay, now let me just tell you the following adverbs of frequency that we have. Los siguientes adverbs de frecuencia que tenemos. The next one that we have is called usually. This one in Spanish means usualmente. And this one, if we would like to give it a percent, this one, the percent will be approximately like I don't know, like an 80%. No, 75%. Yeah. And an example, we can just say another subject. Let's just change it. For example, we can just say she usually writes notes in every class. what are we saying? Ella usualmente escribe notas en cada clase. Estamos escribiendo qué tan seguido lo hace y aquí te está diciendo que es usually, which means usualmente. Okay, the structure is exactly the same. La estructura es exactamente igual. Okay, well, let's continue with the next one. We just have three more. Nos quedan tres adverbs of frequency. Están muy fáciles. The next one is sometimes. Sometimes in Spanish means a veces. This one will be like a 50% if we would like to give it like a percent. Si le damos como con porcentaje, it will be like a 50%. Yeah. In a sentence, una oración, we can just say, for example, they sometimes go to the gym. And what am I saying over here? Ellos a veces, sometimes, a veces, go to the gym. Ellos a veces van al gimnasio. Yeah, I am describing how often they do the activity. A veces, okay? As simple as that. Okay, we just have two more adverbs of frequency missing. The next one that we have is the adverb of frequency of rarely, like this. And rarely means rara vez. O sea, que no es muy seguido, ni tampoco siempre, ni a veces. Es nada más rara vez, casi llegándole al nunca. And this one, if we would like to give it a percent, will be like 25. So, an example could be, I rarely have money on the weekends. Yo rara vez have money on the weekend, tengo dinero el fin de semana, because I spend it, all of it, me lo gasto todo during the week, durante la semana. Pero el fin de semana, I rarely have it. Finalmente el fin de semana, rara vez tengo dinero, rara vez. Okay? Structure is the same, la estructura es la misma, subject, adverb of frequency, verb, and then all this stuff is a complement. Todo eso de allá es el complement. Okay? Finally, the last adverb of frequency that we have, el último adverbio de frecuencia, is very simple. This one is called never, and this one in Spanish obviously means nunca. Nunca, like this. And obviously, if we would like to give it a percent, this one will be like 0%. And a sentence, it could be like, I never buy food in Walmart. I never buy food in Walmart. I only buy food in Soriana. Yeah, in this case, over here the adverb frequency is explaining or is telling you that the activity that you do is not very often, which is basically represents a 0%, que significa un 0%. Entonces, pues que tú nunca compras comida en Walmart. Okay, and there you go. Those ones are the 5 adverbs of frequency. Always that represents 100%, usually 75%, sometimes 50%, rarely 25%, and never 0%. Let me just explain you how it's going to be the activity. The activity is going to be really, really short. La actividad va a ser muy sencilla. Let me just tell you how it's going to be. The activity, you will have to make 10 sentences using each adverb of frequency. 10 oraciones utilizando los adverbios de frecuencia, usually, always, never, esos que acabamos de ver. Using 5 about you, 5 acerca de ti, and 5 y otros 5 about your brother or sister, or mom or dad. Okay, van a ser 5 about you and 5 about your brother and sister. Okay, ustedes las van a crear solos, son muy sencillas. Les voy a dar un ejemplo de por ejemplo, la mía, it will be, I usually eat at 4 p.m. every day. Here is the adverb of frequency. Aquí está mi adverb of frecuencia. Y ahí tengo mi oración. I usually eat at 4 p.m. every day. Estas serían 5 parecidas a esa. Obviously using other verbs. Ok, si tienen duda ahí me dicen. And over here, the other one, la otra pues sería, por ejemplo, about my dad. My father rarely works on Saturdays. The adverb frequency will be rarely. Mi papá rara vez trabaja. Acuérdense que aquí en este caso es with an S porque my father is he. Cuando sea he, she, or it, el verbo va a ir con S, ya saben. My father rarely works on Saturday. Mi papá rara vez trabaja el sábado. ¿Ok? Entonces, they're gonna be 10 in total, van a ser 10 en total, ya les di un ejemplo de cada uno, pero van a ser 5 about you, 5 acerca de ti, and 5 about your brother, sister, or mom, or father, ¿ok? You can use any verbs that you want, pueden utilizar cualquier verbo que ustedes quieran, y van a ser 10 in total, ¿ok? Si tienen duda, if you have a doubt or a question, just let me know on the WhatsApp. Bye, take care.